check out this beautiful, sweet cherry cottage. Hello everyone, my name is Cybill Sixpence. This is a build tutorial and we are going to make a cherry cottage right here. I found a lovely place. This is great for early game survival. Here is your materials list. It looks like a lot, but it's all very easy stuff to get. Feel free to pause or screenshot. Let's get started. So we began with the front door, or the area that will begin our main entrance. Here is your floor plan. Just going around the outside part of the house. Be mindful that some of these measurements are not double counting blocks that are already counted in other measurements. With our sandstone, we're going to be building up 4 blocks high and just working around the house, leaving spaces for our windows and our doorways. This house will have a fireplace and a chimney. That is optional. We are going to leave an open space for that. If you are not interested in a fireplace or a chimney, it can be a window space instead. Once we've made our way all the way around the house, I'm just going to fill in all the spaces for that top 4th block high outline. Going around the entire house with some spruce logs. This one here in the center is just going to be a support beam. And the spaces that I already know where the roof is going to have a curvature away from the wall, I'm going to fill in that space with a spruce log for trim. The fireplace area does not have to be symmetrical. You can choose to have it asymmetrical at any way that you want. It will look lovely either way. We'll fill the floor in with some oak planks. I did add an additional space for the door with some mud bricks. We're going to be trimming out our spaces with cherry planks. The windows, I'm using stairs and a trapdoor. I feel like trapdoors are more useful because you can open and close them as you see fit. I also outlined the door with some cherry trapdoors. I think the decorative look is nice with this texture pack. If you're ever interested in the texture pack that I use, I typically add the link to the texture pack in all of the descriptions of every one of my videos. I know what I'm going to be using for my ceiling, and I know that's going to involve some half slabs. So now I will use some spruce stairs and some spruce trapdoors, and I'm going to outline the inside of all of the windows and the doors, but I'm also going to add them as a trim between the vertical spruce logs and the horizontal spruce logs at the top of the house. I just love how the colors work together. I'm also going to add the same spruce log trim on the side windows of the house and add the spruce stairs and the trapdoors here as well for that decorative look. I'm going to run around the house, and with all of the spruce logs, I'm going to add some buttons. I think that adds just a little something extra. Don't forget the front door. It's important too. So let's talk about the roof. And some people find the roofs are difficult. Some people find it easy. I'm going to be outlining my entire roof with oak slabs, but I'm using the slabs so that I could give a low arch going up 4 and then having a 2 slab followed by a 3 slab, and then repeat that same pattern all the way back down around, and it is perfectly fine to use temporary blocks to help you get those levels, and then just go back and remove the temporary blocks. I do it. I don't know anybody else who doesn't do it, so you're perfectly fine if you need that kind of support. After I have gone all the way around my house and removed my temporary blocks, I'm going to fill an inside lining of the roof using spruce slabs and spruce stairs. This adds just a little dimension in my roof design. I'm going to do the front side and the back side so that they both match. So as you can see, it kind of leaves a hole between the roof and the walls. So using birch, I'm going to fill in that space, both the front and the back. You will not need to do this on the sides. The arch of the roof is just not high enough. Of course, if you chose to go with a higher arch on the side, you probably will need to use some birch. Okay, so it is now roof time. We are using bamboo slabs and planks, and there is a little bit of a guidance to a sloping roof, and that would be every time you go in, you go up one. There are some exceptions to that rule. For example, right here on this side, I didn't go up a 3rd level because I wanted more of that gentle slope. So the more block counts you move in before you go up a level, the lower the arch is going to be. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I know a lot of people I've spoken to, and they're like, this gets on their nerves because one of them is set a certain way. But if you built it, it shows your personality. So if it's not exactly perfect, but is still eye-catching from the ground angle that you will most likely be playing on, who cares? Make it beautiful to your eye. When you get to the top, all you have to do is just echo that same pattern on the other side. And if you don't get the pattern 100% perfectly correct, it's okay. The sun will rise tomorrow. And if it doesn't, what will it matter? Now my character is in creative mode. I could have easily flown up and got a nice bird's eye view of my roof, but even though I did check just to make sure that I was within reason of having everything look relatively the same on both sides, it was not so important to me that it had to be perfect. However, if it does matter to you, Get you some scaffolding, build your tower high, look straight down, make your fixes. So next step is lighting. So I'm using a dark oak fence and running some lighting in various areas around the outside of the house. And then we're going to trim around the houses with some grass blocks or dirt, because grass will grow onto the dirt block, and then trimming that with cherry trapdoors. For the ceiling inside of the house, I'm using birch logs. I'm skipping every other block to add a row of birch logs. The space in between each log, I'm going to be using some birch slabs. In the small side rooms, I am putting those slabs flush with the logs, but in the primary main room, I've raised it up a level to give that mention. Throw you in some lights. You can come and decorate the inside as you see fit. I'm not decorating it right now. We're going to finish off this chimney. Next, I'm going to choose some flowers to go around the house with. I have chosen peony, some pink tulips, and some pink petals. It's a lot of pink. I like it. Pink is not my favorite color, but it's pretty. If you think that's too much pink for you, you can choose whatever flowers you like best. I'm going to prepare my front yard with some dark oak fencing and my garden area with a combination of mossy cobble, stairs, slabs, and a little bit of some andesite to give it some extra texture. I am building up this corner a little bit more so that I can add some lighting to it. I am using dark oak with a lantern on top. Simple lighting. You can make it more lavish later if you like. I am going to be placing some large pots with some small pots inside of them. If that's too far into the game, you can skip that part for now. I'm going to be putting pink tulips inside of them, and then I'm going to trim out the house with some pink cherry signs. The decoration that I put is optional. If you have other ideas, you go with that. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to help. So going along with the decorations, I'm going to trim the corners with some spruce fencing. Kind of makes it look like lace. A little bit. Maybe something else to you. Working in the garden, putting a compost, adding your water, and then start making some farmland. You can make the garden as big as you want it to be. Cut yourself out a little path. I stuck with the dirt path, but you can use combinations of rooted dirt or gravel to add some texture. Place in your seeds. I'm using beetroots because my texture pack makes that lovely red color, some wheat, and the potato in this texture pack has flower tops to them, but you put whatever you think is best for you. We're going to do some trimming with the fences using some cherry leaves, some azalea leaves, some azalea bushes, both blooming and not blooming, and some peony, because why not? It's all pink. And echoing that around to some of the empty parts of the house where you just have a bare wall. It'll decorate it up a little bit. So, tell me what you think. Isn't it just pretty? A super easy build to make in the early stages of your Minecraft game. Tell me what you think. Would you build this in your world? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe share it out. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon!